listen, this is the last time I'm going to communicate to you. The shot is this. You're riding this. You're talking about how your love affair with this scooter and how much you've enjoyed it and reminded you of being a kid, and you know, it's a blast. It's this, it's that, it's everything. It's the best thing since sliced bread. Until now. Pan into this. Boom, here's this. Okay. And now you're doing B-roll stuff on it.
Okay.
How hard is that? I've explained it so many times. Get off my hand!
Tomatoes! Wolf Tick Nation, thank you guys for tuning in to once again another Wolf Tick Videos episode. On today's episode, Liquid IV Man over here. On today's episode, we are going to be installing an FSA full speed ahead headset on what bike? The GT Aggressor Pro. We're going to go back to that bike, show a little bit of love. This headset was brought to us by our boy, the star, old Jamie Daniels.
It's not been confirmed that he appreciates that.
Not only are we going to be installing that headset, we're going to be showing you guys all of the tools necessary to get this job done. Maybe it's something that you guys have been looking at doing. And also on today's episode, we are going to be doing
this is not a how-to, this is a how-we.
How Wolf Tick Videos does it.
How we do it. Not a how you should or how-to, but how we.
So it should be a pretty short episode showing you guys how we do it. We might show you guys a little bit of
2023 style, because we did it before.
Everybody's favorite segments coming up too, guys. A little bit of mail time for you. And the reason we're doing the headset, you guys guessed it, there's a new fork in the mail over there, along with some other goodies for the GT Aggressor Pro. Alright guys, so without further ado, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to installing and taking apart that GT Aggressor Pro. Alright guys, here we go. Now before we open up the FSA headset and take a look at the GT and start demantling it, I wanted to go through some of the tools that you're going to need for this process, or to get this job done, most likely. And if you guys need a little bit of help in this category, make sure you guys check out the affiliate links in the description below, okay? So the first tool, well, not necessarily in order, but one of the tools that you definitely need, and a flathead screwdriver works and a hammer works just fine, but it's definitely always better to have the right tool. And this tool here is a headset removal tool. It's a bit like a punch. Basically, you put this through the headset. We're going to be doing it shortly. These little ears flare out, and then you hit a hammer on this end, and you're able to actually punch out your upper and lower cups of your headset. So, headset removal tool, definitely a very good tool to have. Second tool that we have got is a headset setter tool. And you can see all of the different sizes here. This is great for like 34s, 44s, tapered head tubes, non-tapered head tubes. So what this here does is it actually puts your headset here, and you're able to actually just, you know, screw that guy down, and it presses it in, making sure, again, you could do this without this tool, but you run the risk of actually kind of getting it a little off-kiltered and it not being completely flush. So this here, pretty much, as long as you add some grease and take your time, will get you a nice flush headset. And again, you guys can check out the affiliate links for these tools, okay?
Dude, we've come a long way, because we did this back in the day. We did this.
Oh, man.
And then we didn't have any of these tools. We had makeshift.
Yeah, we had makeshift tools. You guys can go back and watch the episode and see how much we've progressed. Thanks to the Wolf Tick Nation.
Yeah.
Next tool that we're going to be using, this here was sent to our boy, old Chuck U, baby, one of our patrons. This is a crown race removal tool. Some crown races are super hard to get off of whenever they're on the lower part of your headset, and this guy here just makes it a little bit easier, or your steer tube, not your headset. This guy here makes it a lot easier to be able to actually get this thing finagled up underneath your crown race, and be able to hit that with a hammer and just kind of get it up off that steer tube, because sometimes depending on the job, or depending if you're going to be installing a new fork, you might need to be installing a new crown race. Okay, so that's a crown race removal tool. Now the next tool we've got here, this one we use quite a bit on the channel. This here was sent to us by another one of our patrons, old Wes Graves. This here is a crown race setting tool. So what you're to do, if I had an old steer tube, I'd show you guys. That's not a steer tube, but say this was a steer tube, and down here was your fork. Basically, you get your little coupling here, and you put that over your crown race, and then what you do is you put your crown race setting tool over the top of it. And what that allows you to do is be able to punch this tool and set that crown race all the way down the steer tube, nice and flush against the fork, like it needs to be for a properly set fork, and then you can press it and everything else. So this is a crown race setting tool, another really good tool to have just in case. You know what I'm saying? We don't always use this, but
sometimes we don't have to.
Sometimes tolerances are off.
You need it.
When you need it, you need it, because there's nothing worse than getting a flathead screwdriver and going around it. And again, guys, you can get away with using all of these tools back here with making your own.
Yeah, well, you can get away with not using them.
Not using them, but definitely a preference is always to use them. All right. Okay, so now let's talk about the FSA headset we're going to be installing on the GT Aggressor Pro today. This here was sent to us by our boy, old Jamie Daniels. Supporter of the channel. He was super excited for us to actually use this thing, and it is a beautiful headset. Now, Jamie, we are going to be installing this on the GT Aggressor Pro like he asked. This is the full speed ahead headset. It is steel. It does have some weight to it, but that just tells you that it's most likely going to be pretty good quality. I mean, this thing is just gorgeous.
It's different. We normally use a Sorry Jason, a Jessica headset.
Yeah, we normally use a Sorry Jason, and the reason why is because those are all sealed bearings. But since we're not going to be changing that fork out in today's episode, we are just going to be using the good old-fashioned upgraded ball bearing headset. So it comes with a top cap, a stem cap bolt. It also comes with a star nut setter. Now, that's another tool that you guys will actually need if you're going to be changing out your fork. Now, on today's episode, we're going to be using the same fork, obviously, but if you needed to set your fork, or you need to set your star nut, this would be a crown race setter. And any kind of the episodes that we have regarding forks, initial impressions, we always use either one of our tools. We got like 5 different tools that we can actually get that job done with. But on today's episode, we won't be using one of those. Now you have a compression ring. We have got the dust cap, which is pretty intense. I mean, it's sealed up. It feels really good quality there. And then check these ball bearings out. Those things are actually really pretty. Very pretty. And then we have our upper cup here.
I like it. So unique.
Yeah, it's nicely pieced together. So here is our crown race. Now, I'm not sure if we'll be changing out the crown race today. Most likely we will be because I'm not sure if the bearing sizes are the same that were on the original GT Aggressor Pro as opposed to these. So you guys always have to make sure you change your crown race out, especially when you're going to be doing a new headset like with sealed bearings. You cannot reuse the same ball bearing style crown race or also destroy that bearing. So we've got that. And these are massive. I don't really want to take those out. They're actually encased in rubber. Those things are huge on the bottom. And again, guys, this, yeah, you see how big those are?
Yeah.
Print's really nice. And again, this is a just an FSA ball bearing headset, but I'm really looking forward to using this thing. It feels very good quality. Jamie, thanks again for sending us this. Let's go ahead and get the GT Aggressor Pro in here, and let's go over kind of stripping it down and showing you guys the way we do it. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this brake line off. We're going to take the brake caliper off of the fork. Obviously we already took the front wheel off. This is to make it easier to remove that crown race. And if I'm a little bit worried about that crown race because I believe on our original GT Aggressor Pro, I tried to remove the crown race and it was super difficult. So hopefully that tool that we've got will make it the job just a little bit easier. And another thing I didn't mention that you're going to want to have as far as tools are concerned is going to be a proper torque wrench set. Just so you can torque down your stem cap and set your compression just right. But let's go ahead and get this guy taken all apart, and then we'll go ahead and get that bar off of here. I don't know what you guys use, but I found it very helpful if you use over here on the top tube. That's actually like a 2-sided Velcro strap. I love using those things. They're super cheap. You can buy a big old thing at Walmart. We'll put some info links as well. That always helps whenever you're doing work like this. Bike stand definitely helps as well. I mean, there's just a multitude of tools that you kind of need. You don't have to have it. It just makes life a whole lot easier. That fork slides out just like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this Velcro and we're going to strap this guy up. Now, let's bring you guys over here. Let's get a little closer look at this headset. Alright guys, so we took the original ball bearing, and something I'll give GT is they grease the crap out of this thing. This guy's like super greasy. Really good. That's got grease on there. You know, that's another part of that maintenance stuff that you guys might want to do whenever you're doing this is obviously you're going to want to grease the crap out of all this stuff. It's one of the most used, I guess, other than your axles. I mean, would that be one of the most used parts, steering it?
Well, I mean,
you know?
Yeah, along with your cranks and your wheel bearings. And
so we're going to run this headset removal. Do you guys hear that tool? Flared out.
Try not to tear up that headset too bad. It seems like it's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, heck, it's only been ridden on a couple times. We're going to hammer this guy.
Well, that sucker's in there.
Dude, that sucker is in there. Holy
stand.
Damn, I need to tighten this stand up.
Much.
Let me grab a metal hammer. Okay, that did the trick. All right, punch that out. Hey, another thing is make sure, I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, make sure your damn headset is the correct size before you go and do this. You can do that with a caliper tool or just watch ballistic videos and research a little bit. But this is a 34 to 34.
Time to launch it.
It's going to launch.
You should have caught it. You're right there.
I don't want to drop my tool. Now what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to put our lower cup in. Now be sure, always going to add some grease here.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we're going to make sure we add some grease on there.
Always grease. I like grease on everything.
Goes in there. We're going to place the bottom one in there. This is super important with this tool, and Chris H had mentioned this before too. If you start to tighten this guy in here, these threads, I don't know if, I guess it'd be 34 millimeters, are going to stick in that head tube. So what you need to do is be smart, flip it over, and make sure that she's flush on both sides, and then we can go ahead and do it. Because if you do it the other way, you'll get the tool stuck. I've done that before.
I know some people say you're supposed to do it that way, but no. It's what the flat side's for.
Okay, FSA is facing me. Pretty center. Make sure everything's flush.
You already greased it?
It's greased. Oh yeah. It's good noises there. Okay. Now one of the things you want to make sure, of, dude, that's going to look good on there. One of the things I always make sure is we've had this problem before. We actually had to sand down a cup because the cup was not fitting flush with the head tube. And what I mean on that is if you guys have a little bit of gappage right here, it is not a good thing because moisture and you're going to mess with your slack and everything else. So this one right here actually fit nice and flush, so that's a good sign.
Well, it just wasn't safe to run it like that. We just, yeah.
Alright, exact same thing on the top cup. This one doesn't have any print on it, so we'll just leave it like that, however it lays. Perfect. Yeah. Alright, she's nice and snug, and it's as easy as that. Alright guys, we're going to take a look at removing the crown race now. Can you guys see that? It's kind of hard to see the crown race there, but we got the bearing, then we've got this, you know, the cheap little dust cap type deal. It's just plastic, and those always tend to crack out on us. Now, do you see this? This here's a crown race. I've taken these off with a flathead screwdriver before, and most forks will have a little notch. This guy's got a little notch on there. We are going to be using the crown race removal tool and see from this.
Chuck, not you.
Yeah, from Chuck, not you, baby. We're going to see if this thing here. Whoa, lost my camera. We're going to see if this guy here will actually remove this. If this works, this will be a heck of a test because these things are nasty. All stock forks. I mean, most people don't even bother to take them off of here.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's see if we can use this mallet. Dude, come on.
How nice is that?
Look at that. It come right off.
I remember you struggling with stuff in the past trying to get those off.
That's great. Wow. And it didn't even mar this up at all. How nice is that? Guys, check out the affiliate links in the description. Now, again, we might have to use the crown race there. We might not have to, depending on... Okay, so we're going to have to use it. If you guys see that there, most of the time, like on aluminum steer tubes and the cheaper forks, the suckers just will slide right over it. This guy here just gets stuck. So let's use this tool. So it's going to be a 1.5 inch little adapter combo here. Slide that guy over. It fits perfectly around that crown race. Get that guy just like that. It's a lot. I'll admit that's a lot. Okay. Trying to chase it. Hammer this a little bit more. Okay, so that's exactly what that tool is used for now. Nice and flush. And let's mount her back up. Alright, and this here pretty much going to be a, redo what we did. Add a little bit of grease to the crown race to the top of it. Because remember, we're going to be meeting the, those nice ball bearings there. Alright. Now I'm going to grease these bearings here. Bearings, nice and greased. Next is going to be the dust ring with that little rubber gasket to keep the moisture out. Oh, dude, that thing feels good already. Alright, then the compression ring. Most of the time you put your compression ring and then you put your dust cap, but the design of this is kind of neat. It's different. So we'll do that there. We will put some spacers back on there, just how we had it. No, this should match up, just how it was. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like it. Stem goes back on there. But the thing is now the compression is going to be reliant upon those plastic spacers, and I hope over time they don't start to crack. We might be changing out the fork, you know, after all that, but I just don't know if I really trust the plastic spacers. We've got some aluminum ones, but I wanted to keep all this stock. So if you guys are just looking at installing a headset with your original GT Aggressor Pro, because it's an upgrade. I mean, I'm not sure how much this headset was, but most headsets, guys, are like $20. Alright guys, well it looks like we've got the FSA headset all installed, nice and flush and nice and shiny. And guys, let me tell you something, that is, although it's ball bearings, I mean, it is such an upgrade. It's so much smoother than the original ball bearings that we just, that original headset that we took off of here. Got the cool little FSA print on there, we got it centered up pretty well. It looks really good. Jamie Daniels, again, thanks for sending that to us, man. Guys, man, if you enjoyed the little, remember, we still got Mailtime come up. If you guys enjoyed the install of this, or if you guys need some of the tools, make sure you guys check out the affiliate links in the description below. Be sure and give your boys a, give us a thumbs up, all right? Show your boys some love. It's how Wolftick Videos installs a headset on the everybody's favorite bike, the GT Aggressor Pro. All right, guys, so without further as, let's get into some everybody's favorite segment, a little bit of Mailtime. Let's do that. All right, guys, headset went good. Now, as promised, we're doing a little bit of Mailtime, because we got a new fork and possibly something else. Bring that mail down. Here we go. Of course, I want to open that one last.
We're going to save some of this.
I want to do a little bit of a teaser.
Okay.
A little bit of a teaser, like not open at all, like you're saying.
Yeah.
We'll save a little bit.
Let's save a little bit.
What's the first thing we're going to open? Let's
right
do this
here.
dropper.
Yeah.
Dropper post. This is the Fast Ace Performance dropper post. Got this thing for like $110. And
budget.
It's a, well, man, it's like right there. This is how it came, guys. It was on the ground when we went to the house. It's a 27.2 millimeter. So what bike do you think this is going to be going on? External dropper. And there's a couple of things I wanted to mention with this.
What is that?
It's a little end for the cable up here. A couple of things I want to mention with this. It looks like it's got a 440 from top to bottom. It has 125 millimeters of drop. All right, we're gonna be doing an episode on this. But you guys see that remote there? It actually comes with a remote. Remember, for the longest time, you couldn't get remotes with droppers. It was just a weird thing.
Really weird. It got real weird for a while.
Yeah, it's a nice cable. Look at that cable. It's like different. It's like braided.
Are you excited about having a GT with the dropper?
Yes, I really am. I'm surprised you bought one.
Okay, well, let's break that up with, it's close to...
Everybody's favorite segment.
Season.
Wolfman Drunken eBay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh!
Uh-huh.
Oh.
It's the original.
Oh, guys. Oh, I've never seen this one.
No.
This is The Exorcist.
That's a classic.
Blu-ray. We're getting fancy.
Dude, I'm excited about that. I haven't watched that movie in like 30 years.
The Exorcist marks its historic Blu-ray premiere. The Exorcist. I've never seen it. You told me you were scared of it when you were a little kid.
Yeah, it came out when I was pretty young, if I remember right. And yeah, it scared me. Let's do this, and let's save this.
For another episode?
Yeah, let's do that.
Do you want to do this mail on the dropper post episode?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see, because the dropper is going to need a little bit more content.
It's a teaser. What fork do you think this is going to be? It's a RockShox fork, all right? We've been on a RockShox kick here lately.
Seems like it.
So good news, we got a star nut. We got some stickerage. Stickerage is always good. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, I see a problem already.
Uh-oh.
I see a problem.
Oh, what the heck?
What in the hell is going on?
What is you ordered that one, didn't you?
We're going to have to hook up Planet Cycler. No, it's supposed to be a straight steer.
Man, that's the problem with it. Too many different... we're going to hook them up? We're going to hook them up?
I'm going to hit them up. Guys, this here...
That's supposed to go on the GT.
This is supposed to go on the GT Aggressor Pro, but let me tell you something. It ain't going to happen.
No.
This here is supposed to be... Well, it's a RockShox Judy Gold. Okay?
No.
Now, we've got a damping system on here. Supposed to be a straight steer because it also has the 9mm quick release. So that's strange.
So what bike is it going to go on then?
I don't know.
Because we don't have time to be messing around. We're going to have to put it... It's 27 27.5, right?
Yeah, it's a 27.5 RockShox fork. We were planning on putting this on a GT Aggressor Pro because we just did the headset.
I guess we're going to have to do it on another bike.
We're going to have to do it on another bike. 27.5, 120 millimeters of travel. Difference between this and the silver, apparently, is the stanchions are aluminum as opposed to the steel.
We'll go over all that on the initial impressions.
Yeah, we'll go over that on the initial impression.
But anyway, nice. Can't wait. Be watching for that. Audible. We'll have to put it on a different bike.
Good looking fork. Yeah. All right, guys.
All right.
Cool. Well, that was a little bit of mail time.
Planet Cyclery messed us up on that.
Yeah, they did. We got a hell of a deal on that fork. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, that's why. It was like, what, 200 and...
210? 215? It was cheap.
210 or 15?
It was cheap. It was super cheap.
And that's pretty good for a Judy Gold.
Yeah. But, all right, guys. Well, that was a little bit of mail time.
We're going to have any links. Find some links.
Yeah, we'll put some affiliate links in the description below for you guys.
Links.
A little bit of mail time on a GT Aggressor Pro headset video where this fork was supposed to go on. So we're going to have to think on our toes, think right quick, and see what the heck in the world we're doing. But, all right, guys. Well, another Wolf Tick Videos episode. We appreciate you guys watching as always. Again, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on if you want to see some more GT Aggressor Pro content and some more Wolf Tick Videos content, alright? Buy us a cup of coffee if you want to. You can also check out that Patreon link in the description below.
You can handle the Patreon. It's a little...
We just got a new patron.
Yeah, we did. Reggie.
Oh, Reggie White.
No, Jackson. Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson. Alright, guys. Hey, we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.